PA, financial planner, real estate professional, estate planner we just had last week, also. BK attorney, and today we have the best of the best in our industry, bar none, and that's definitely our opinion, but it's proven in the industry because of their results. We have the best short sale negotiating team in all of Santa Clarita, and Amy Sturton and Jeff Hunter with Real Pro Advantage. We've had them on our show before, and they're back by popular demand.
And actually, Don, what I wanted to go over is that you may not even know what a short sale negotiator is. You may not even know.
Yeah, we have to talk on that.
Yeah, you may not even know that this field exists. But the reality is that whenever I get the phone call, it's like, hey, we're going to be working on this deal together, and it's like, oh, it's a short sale. And I'm like, oh, okay, great. Do you have a negotiator? No. Oh, okay, so I'm going to be dealing with you.
So if you want to make sure you don't miss a beat in case you have to step out of your car, you can go to our website at donandgino.com, click on the Listen Live button, and it is live streamed. This is not recorded. This is live. So when we mess up, we mess up. Plain and simple. But it's about as live as you can get on what's happening. We don't write the material or gather the material until the day of. That way it's timely, because a lot of what you get in the media could be 3-4 months old or have political spins. We don't believe in that. So we have a great group here. Again, Jeff Sturton and Jeff. I told you they're a team. They just mix up their names.
No, he just said when he messes up, he messes up.
It really is. I just had to prove it's live, didn't I? Amy Sturton and Jeff Hunter right here from Real Pro Advantage. Welcome, Amy. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us again.
Very good. And thank you for dressing up our studio. Made it look better. It's a very pretty lady here in the studio.
And you can check that out at donandgino.com. Just hit Listen Live.
And the strapping, handsome man, Mr. Jeff Hunter. We don't leave you out, Jeff.
Thanks. I appreciate you having me. Again.
He's very calm, cool, and collected, isn't he?
Yeah, very cool.
He's like that.
That's my radio voice. Sorry.
He's been practicing. Testing. But he's that calm and cool and collected, these two, when they handle the negotiation for you, because short sales, there's probably nothing quite like it or more stressful than maybe a foreclosure, because they're coming in basically booting you from your home. Why don't either of you guys, why don't you step into what a short sale is? We're going to start from the basics. Jeff?
So, I guess, thank you. I appreciate that. Throwing it to me to go through the basics of what a short sale is.
Yeah, basically a short sale versus a foreclosure, because a lot of people think it's best to just, hey, I'm underwater, I can't make my bills anymore, I'll never get my appreciation back, I have nothing left to just walk from my home. But I think we believe in a lot better options.
Right. The option to go through a short sale, number one, it speaks to your investor and your servicer to say, I'm not just going to bury my head in the sand. I'm not going to just walk away. I'm going to do the right thing. And then ultimately, I think you guys could probably speak better to it, that a short sale is going to have a less adverse effect on your ability to buy in the future.
Very important, sure.
Than a foreclosure. Just speaking in the state of California, there's a lot of advantages to doing a short sale as far as deficiencies and tax ramifications and all that, but I'm a short sale negotiator. I'm not a
CPA.
I'm not a CPA.
That's why I have Bill Friedman on.
Disclaimer.
Right. So I guess in a nutshell, ultimately, a short sale is selling your home for less than what you owe. It's not selling your home for less than what it's worth. It's selling your home for less than what you owe.
And working with the bank to do that, correct? As opposed to working against the bank by just walking and stealing everybody from the home and making it more difficult and all that other stuff.
That's right, and it happens. Fixtures, everything you can possibly take from a house, I've seen it happen.
No doubt.
The plumbing, the air conditioning, all this.
Okay,
so that was, copper goes for a pretty price.
Yes.
Shh, Gino.
That's a whole nother show.
That's a different show. Okay, so that was Jeff Hunter with Real Pro Advantage. He is explaining the basics of a short sale. So now we know what a short sale is. Now we've determined, Amy, you decided that we need to have short sale negotiators. What made you jump into this industry so long ago? You've got a lot of experience with this. What made you start Real Pro Advantage?
About 6 years ago, I was in the mortgage industry, saw the market changing, and wanted to get into short sales. Once I delved into it ourselves, I saw the need for a negotiator and having somebody who has knowledge about the process and ins and outs of the negotiations of a short sale. So seeing that was 6 years ago, I had a partner at the time, and we moved into this company, and we built Real Pro Advantage just because we were talking to agents and so many people who didn't understand what a short sale is or the process of it. So in working with agents, it enables us to help them build their business and effectively close a short sale and have all parties happy.
I got something, if you don't mind me jumping in. Working on, you mentioned I worked on the other side of this industry for...
Well, I didn't really clarify that. I kind of teased a little bit on that. But
Okay.
Jeff worked for the dark side for a while. It really wasn't
always
the dark
referred as the
side.
dark side.
It's not the dark side. It's basically your bank. Without a bank, you don't get a loan. So he worked with the banks on handling that end of it. He worked on the bank side, which gives, I believe, you an advantage. I'll let you touch more on that, though.
Yeah, I think, just kind of touching on what Amy was going into, a lot of real estate agents are fantastic at what they do, and that is sell real estate.
Which they should be doing.
Correct. That's
And
what
only
they
that.
went to school for. That's what they took their tests for. They studied long and hard to sell real estate, either sell, buy or sell, whatever. The negotiation part of it, for us, it gets the real estate agent out of trying to wear too many hats. It's a 10, 12-hour day. If you're, as a real estate agent, if you've got 10 listings, 8 of them are short sales, there's not a chance that you're going to be able to, and that's a lot, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
So we'll call it 2.
Yeah, I got real estate agents going, calling, hey, you got more of those?
Right. So you can't spend the time, and I'm not to speak for every real estate agent, in the valley, but you don't have the time to sit and communicate with the bank all day, because that's what you have to do. You have to call and call and call and call and go out and get more business. So them trying to negotiate their own short sale, it takes a lot away from what they know and what their experience is. So their experience is selling houses, not necessarily negotiating short sales. So then they get in my experience of dealing with the bank and dealing with agents calling me every day, demanding that I give them an approval in 5 minutes because they took a short sale class from, Joe Smith, that's the real estate short sale expert, that says you call your bank and you escalate and you call the VP and you yell and yell and yell and get what you want. Well, that's not how it works. So I guess going back to the
You
point,
would know because you were on that side.
That's
so
correct.
if they called and said, hey, let me speak to your VP,
Yeah.
you'll give them an answer right away, right?
That's right. That's right.
I love that.
I usually get the guy next to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Here's the VP. You can talk to him.
Yeah.
No, I love that. I always say, if you need the answer right this second, the answer is no.
Right.
Yes.
And they go, well, what do you mean? I said, well, that's the answer right now. If you're willing to wait for the answers we'll find out tomorrow.
Well, there's a lot involved with that answer, and what Jeff, I think you're alluding to is, one, of course, real estate agents should be doing what they do best, just like we do loans at Cherry Creek Mortgage. That's what we focus on. We don't try to get involved in the short sale negotiation aspects, and a real estate agent, and the smart ones out here do work with you, because it's not just the time, it's also what do you say. What paperwork needs to be turned in? What's going to make it happen? Because it isn't just going to happen unless it's set up a particular way. And that's what I love about you two at Real Pro Advantage is you guys know the ins and outs of what makes a successful short sale. Am I right?
That's correct. Yeah, and a great point, because we'll get requests for documentation for a specific piece of documentation that either the bank kicked out or the investor kicked out because they didn't like it because it didn't have all the pertinent information. So knowing exactly what we need, a lot of times real estate agents, and again, not speaking in general, try
Well,
to
you
cram
work with these real estate professionals, so I know that you're not talking down. You're saying
Right.
that we work side by side for a reason.
Correct.
Right.
Knowing what we need to do to get the file moved to the next phase, instead of fighting with the person on the other end of the phone saying, no, you have to accept this, and this is all I got, and this is what you're going to get. The guy on the other end of that
I
phone.
love, if you could see, I hope you're watching this on DonandGino.com, watching Jeff. He gets all passionate. He starts pounding on the desk. Because these two are passionate. I love watching them work, both of you guys. I mean, Amy's been doing it forever, and Jeff had to join Amy to be on the other side to help you. Because he knew, if I can go on that side, I can help so many more people negotiate these very tricky corridors to getting a short sale accepted, and it's great that you guys have teamed up to do that.
Yeah, Don, actually, I was listening, and I'm thinking to myself of all the times that we see all these short sale negotiations. And, like I said, I'm unhappy when I hear there isn't a negotiator. And then the next next phase of that is now, oh great, you do now. Who is it?
Yeah. Well,
And
yeah,
there's
because
and
some
there's a
people
very short
claim to
list.
be short sale experts, whether it's a real estate professional or it's a negotiator, quote, meaning that's what they chose to do because they aren't selling homes. It's imperative to align yourself with the top professionals. And I'm sorry, we're very blunt about that on our show every single week because we've seen it. We interview, every week we interview people and we know what answers are
To
the right
expect,
one. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So it's good to have you guys on our show. And we're going to talk about something that it's more important than anything regarding short sales. Are they really paying you to leave your home? You're hearing all kinds of stories about $30,000 to leave your home. Let's find out when we come back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.